I will do now is just introduce the debaters, and then I will introduce the topic and give you the rules, and then introduce to you the judges. Yeah, our speakers are from our Interact Club. They are for the proposition. We have on my right, we have Christoph Strawn and Sharon Brown. And they are both from Catholic High, which means that they are graduates. And for the opposition, we have Kenneth Miller from Jack Haywood, also a graduate, and Tonisa Munnings, soon to be. The topic, be it resolved that the New Providence Road Improvement Project is beneficial to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I shall repeat. Be it resolved that the New Providence Road Improvement Project is beneficial to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I am sure all Rotarians have heard that over and over and over again. And I'm sure you probably can come up here immediately and debate that because there's so many things that you've heard. Again, as far as the rules, the first speaker from each side will speak for 7 minutes. The first speaker from each side will speak for 7 minutes. The second speaker for each side will speak for 5 minutes. And then the individual giving the rebuttal will speak for 3 minutes. As regards the format, the first speaker for the proposition will speak, then the first speaker for the opposition will speak, and then the second speaker for the proposition will speak, and the second speaker for the opposition will speak. There will then be a period of time that we will give to the debaters for them to gather their thoughts, and they will then determine who will be giving the rebuttal. And after that is determined, then the opposition will speak first for 3 minutes, followed by the proposition. Our judges, we have 3 judges. Rotarians Minna Outen Winters, Trevor Kemp, and Cecil Bethel. You need to know that the debaters will be judged on content, organization, voice, articulation, language, projection, and audience participation, influence, interest, etc. So the judges have their scorecards and they know what to do. Okay, we are ready to begin. The topic, again, be it resolved that the New Providence Road Improvement Project is beneficial to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The first speaker for the resolution, a graduate, I might add, is Christoph Strawn. Christoph Strawn.
Be it resolved that the New Providence Road Improvement Project is beneficial to the Commonwealth. I am sure many of us in here today, if not all of us, owns a car. With owning a car comes the responsibility of maintaining it. If we don't properly maintain our car or take it for a tune-up, what happens? The car breaks down and you then have no way to access your own car. So what do? Do you bite the bullet and take it to the mechanic for a tune-up? Or do you just keep on rolling without fear of the consequences? Good afternoon, Madam Chairperson, Timekeeper, members of the opposition, and guests. The Ministry of Finance and the Inter-American Development Bank both agree that the Bahamas needs $1.5 to $2.5 billion worth of infrastructure improvements in critical industries. These industries include electricity, water and sewage, roadworks, and information technology. Right now, we are $300 to $400 million in. Some improvements include the selling of BTC to Cable and Wireless and the purchase of new equipment at BEC. But the majority of the improvements is the New Providence Road Improvement Project, which I am comparing to the tune-up. Roadworks for any country are mandatory. Were there challenges faced? Of course. But a popular quote states, "Nothing in life worth having, it comes easily." These challenges occur due to unanticipated problems such as improperly drawn grid maps, weather delays, and the constant fluctuating price of oil. The civil engineers working on the roadworks had little knowledge to find the pipes in order to improve not only the roads but utilities. With the roadworks came the improvement of water services in New Providence. In the eastern part of New Providence, there is now fresh water as opposed to dirty brown water. Hotels in that part of the island now offer clean fresh water to their guests, but this would not have been possible if it were not for the roadworks. These roadworks were also necessary to alleviate traffic. Any Bahamian can tell you that the capital is infamous for its traffic jams. Bahamians can now travel from West Bay Street to Carmichael Road in 7 minutes, all on highways. Areas in New Providence are no longer blocked because of widened roads, and roads that were once one-way are now two-way roads to alleviate traffic. When, as the Bahamians refer to him, the Bobo man on the side of the road can no longer sell his peanuts due to the roadworks, the demonizing begins. Dear Bobo, the government understands you're trying to make a living, but the roadworks must be done to accommodate other multi-million-dollar projects and investments such as Baha Ma and Atlantis. The real problem not lies with the individual peanut man, but the livelihood of every citizen in the Commonwealth. BEC has to increase its load capacity by 20% to accommodate Baha Ma. Subsequently, roads must be properly paved, and beneath these roads, proper electrical lines must be installed to help increase the load capacity. LPIA has to be expanded to accommodate the increasing amount of tourist arrivals to our country. As a result, the roads have to accommodate the growing population. Every day, at least 30,000 people adorn our shores. With tourism being our #1 industry, it is imperative that there be decent roads to acquaint the influx of traffic due to the large amount of tourists. When tourists are comfortable here, more tourists will come. And when more tourists come, there's more money for the country. When we belittle the situation to the roads them dig up, we make the situation seem insignificant and small. But really, it's not the case. The roadworks help to develop the island and make it more attractive to second home owners, developers, and investors, all of which will benefit the country, including the Bobo man trying to sell his peanuts on the side of the road. As a country, we have to avoid having the mindset of the Bobo. He won't see the long-term benefits of the country because all he wants to do is sell his peanuts. The former Minister of Finance said that the roadworks would incur some problems. These problems would be with the business owners and them possibly losing revenue and or their business. But to counteract that, the government has been going door to door to these businesses, and any business owner with verifiable proof as to how they have lost money due to the roadworks have been compensated. The roads cannot be paved because they had become drenched from rain. Any civil engineer would be able to tell you that asphalt has to be mixed under the certain conditions, such as hot temperatures. If the road is not hot, the asphalt will not adhere to the road, and then you will be back to square one. The problem lied with civil engineers trying to find pipes. They would dig up a hole in the road, and to their surprise, there would be no pipe. Once they realized there was no pipe, they would have to look over and over and over again until they could find a pipe just to fix the water and then pave the road. This led to the business closures in New Providence. On March 21st, the Ministry of Finance began conducting a door-to-door survey to determine how adversely businesses along the corridors of the project have been impacted. This shows that the government realizes that problems were faced with the road improvement and that they're not trying to ignore the people of our country. We see that the road works are beneficial. If you drive along Western New Providence, you see where the roads, it is absolutely beautiful to see the transformation that has been done. In conclusion, I would like to say that the roadworks have been beneficial to the Commonwealth. Thank you.
Imagine this. The doctor is preparing to operate on a patient. Initially, he is under the belief that he is going to perform plastic surgery, minor repairs and upgrades. Once he makes his first incision, he realizes that there are some other underlying severe issues. How could you open up someone without the proper awareness of the problem? Likewise, how could you dig up the road not knowing the extensiveness of the undertaking? Moderator, honorable judges, fellow contestants, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon. Be it resolved that the New Providence Road Development Project is beneficial for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. How can you come to this conclusion when it is obvious that the former government bit off more than they and we, the Bahamian people, can chew? Had there been proper planning, then yes, we could have come to this conclusion. Had there been extensive insight into the full extent of the undertaking of the project, then yes, we could have come to this conclusion. But as a result of the lack of these basic elements, I'm afraid, honorable judges, we cannot make this conclusive statement. The Bible stated that the people perish due to a lack of vision. The New Providence Road Development Project was poorly planned because there was a lack of vision from the beginning. According to the Ministry of Works, the project has been ongoing for 4 years. What a mess! They went further to say that they blame unaccounted for underground utilities and incorrect items. Additionally, borrowing is defined as to receive with the implied or express intention of returning the same or an equivalent. In 2008, the government signed a $119,000 contract with the Argentine Jose Cartillon to carry out the massive project. The government now expects the project to cost $206,000 million. All of our Bahamian dollars went to foreigners. Is this what we think of our Bahamians? Do we believe that our people are incompetent or even insignificant? I would hope not. Moreover, millions and millions of dollars have been spent digging, plowing, and setting up roads in New Providence. Isn't it amazing how one island reaps the goodness of this project, but everyone else has to pay for it? This is unbelievable and surely unthinkable. This project alone consumed $206 million. New Providence may be the head of the Bahamas, but the entire Bahamas suffers the pain. Honorable judges, we must reach this conclusion. Poor planning, along with a lack of vision, overspending with foreigners, and the increase in the national debt, all are bullets to the chest of the Bahamas. The moot said, "Be it resolved that the New Providence Road Work Development Project is beneficial to the entire Commonwealth of the Bahamas." I would think not. Thank you.
Good afternoon. They say when it's over, things will be better, the roads smoother, no more murky water. Right now, the roads are digged up. However, you have to spend money to make money. No pain, no gain. The main complaints with Nassau was their rusty running water, congested traffic, jammed up roads, and corroded streets. With Nassau roadworks came major improvements. Roundabouts were added to enhance the flow of traffic. Bahamians no longer had to begin their journey at 6 in the morning to be to work for 9. These roadworks also brought about the country's first 6-legged roundabout. At this junction, you can access 6 different areas from one point. No more buying shocks for your car and paying for wheel alignments. Crowded roads and potholes are a thing of the past. To ensure safe driving at night, New Providence became the city of light. Lamp poles were added everywhere. Traffic lights were now equipped with arrows to give drivers a better sense of direction. CCTVs were even added at stoplights to catch those who believe they're above the law. With these new road improvements, much needed drainage systems were added to prevent road flooding. The roads were digged up to lay pipes to provide clean running water for Bahamians. Isn't this beneficial? Sidewalks were put in place for those traveling by foot or by bicycle, but most importantly for school children to be safe. School drop-off zones were added to roadsides for students. They won't have to put themselves in danger to cross the street. Here, New Providence Road Improvement Project beautifies the island and will be appealing to Bahamians as well as tourists. Got to go north to go south, got to go east to go west, like you're driving in a maze. Traffic blocked up for days, the businessman catching hell, so hard for him to catch a dime, so hard for him to get to work on time. The road them dig up, everywhere they dig up, everywhere they dig in, morning, noon, and evening. These are the lyrics of a popular Bahamian song entitled Dig Up, written by Gino D. A pleasant good afternoon to all that reside within the room. This song speaks about the stringent conditions that locals face as a result of the New Providence Road Development Project. There are numerous complications that citizens of New Providence face due to the discrepant and unsuitable planning of the project. The lack of vision and improper structural planning left an antagonistic impact in the over-the-hill area, mainly because Nassau was never planned, it evolved. What do I mean by this, you may ask? Nassau developed based on the vast amount of shacks and businesses that were built without any proper land and development management. Due to this, government officials and contractors should have took into consideration the arrangement of all parts of Nassau before signing contracts and making money the first priority in the matter. Consequently, residents in the Mackey Street area, Fox Hill, Prince Charles, and Over the Hill are all encountering hardships because of the negligence brought upon by the government. Majority of residents and properties are not reaping the benefits. Areas such as Over the Hill cannot undergo the same conditions as areas in Marathon, Soldier Road, and East Street, which were planned areas with proper road structures, street lamps, sidewalks, and various other detailed structures. Other problems arose due to the improper planning, such as the problems businesses face after having to close and the road work process proceeded. The prolonging of the entire operation led to the decline of profits for many major businesses in Nassau. Although the former Prime Minister stated the businesses would be compensated, as of the 13th day of May, only 2 of the businesses were compensated. Overall, the financial stability of business owners are threatened and shaken up. As I conclude, can we say that the road improvement has been beneficial? On June 12, 2012, ZNS news session at 7 p.m. showed a citizen of the Over the Hill area who told her story, a tragic one, I might say, that involved her grandson being a part of a car accident. The woman stated that due to the newly developed roads, the roads are now in her backyard. She felt ill-treated and that her safety had not been considered. So again I ask, are these roads that have newly been built beneficial to all citizens of the Bahamas? Thank you.
The debaters will now be given a long period of 2 minutes to gather their thoughts and determine who will be the speaker for the rebuttal session. So let's just give them a little quiet for the time being so they can gather their thoughts. Then we'll come back. As indicated, the opposition will speak first, and then the proposition. I'm sure that our debaters have gotten their thoughts together and have made the determination as to who will be speaking. So now we will call upon the rebuttal speaker for the opposition.
The proposition is grounded in their vision to confuse you with benefits that are covered with poison. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition is resolved that the New Providence Road Work Development Project is not beneficial to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas or even to certain citizens of New Providence. The first point that I may take is when our first speaker made the comment of the Bobo Man. The road project, what they spoke of, actually proved our point. It not only put some businesses out completely, but even the smallest of entrepreneurs. Does this not prove the fact that it's not beneficial for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas? Take a look at another aspect. they put roads in residential areas which then cause injury and could even lead to death. Is life not important more than infrastructural development? May I add that for 4 years, the project is still incomplete. I was told of an incident by one of the residents in New Providence that drive-by shootings have become more of a continuous thing. And guess what? As they drive their nice cars on the road and they shoot people, the roads surely do benefit them. And to close, on ZNS News, a parent complained about the complexity of getting into her child's school. Lack of education benefits, lack of care for life, and may I add to you, honorable judges, if proper planning was put in place from the beginning, we would not have this issue. Were Bahamians taken into consideration? Was residents taken into consideration? And I shall close with that. Thank you.
Opposition would have you to believe that the road works were improperly planned. But ladies and gentlemen, this is certainly untrue. The project was actually in plan from the year 2002 and has been in the planning stage for almost 3 government terms. Surely this is enough planning time, isn't it? The Inter-American Development Bank stated that the roadworks would have taken a total of 8 years. However, they helped the government to try and complete the road improvement project because they felt that 8 years was too many years to inconvenience the lives of its Bahamian people. As the opposition stated, Jose Catalone Construction Civil was contracted, but 80 to 95% of the civil engineers employed were Bahamians. So how were Bahamians not employed for this roadworks? Running a country is like running a business, and the main goal of any business is to make money. So it is absolutely ludicrous for the opposition to say that it is unreasonable for the government to have making money at the top of its agenda. Yes, you might have had to go east to go west, but eventually you wound up where you intended to go. So where's the problem? I was told by a resident of New Providence that yes, some roads were inaccessible, but paved walkways were made so that residents of the island still had access to businesses. And the problem with dropping your children to school lies in Grand Bahama. If you have a child at Sunland, Bishop Michael Ellen, or Walter Parker, how much of it is a problem to get your child to your school with 4 schools in one area? Certainly, this is not localized to New Providence. I would like for you, ladies and gentlemen, to reflect on this and tell me, do you think the roadworks have been beneficial? Because certainly, they are. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. And I am sure everyone but 3 persons in here are saying, I am sure glad that I'm not a judge, right? Let us give our debaters a tremendous round of applause.
I'll give a total for Team 1. After all the deliberations, rebuttals, and they came out with 698 points in total. And Team 2 with a grand total of, let me get them. They came out with 736 points. So the difference was only about 43 points, 44, so it was very close. But congratulations to Team 2. Very, very close. There's one more award we have, and that was the best the best presenter overall. And the best overall speaker was Mr. Miller. Congratulations.